Welcome to Why Women Rise, the show that amplifies the voices of women shaping their own path. Grab your tea or wine, soak your feet and relax, because here we celebrate resilient ambition. We share stories that move mountains. We laugh, cry, reflect, and rise together. So, get your notepad ready. You're about to meet women breaking barriers in life, business, and leadership. Your journey starts now. Let's rise together. This is Why Women Rise.
Welcome everyone to Why Women Rise. I am your host, Giovanna Tardarone. Today we're joined by a remarkable woman whose journey is both inspiring and transformational. Nina Maglic is a marketing architect, international speaker, author, and energy healer who went from working with Fortune 500 companies to helping spiritual entrepreneurs build soul-aligned, profitable businesses. Through her brand Healing Millions, she is on a mission to empower purpose-driven women to be seen, share their gifts, and attract the clients they are truly meant to serve. If you ever felt like your light was dimmed by fear, self-doubt, or playing small, this episode will ignite something powerful within you. Get ready to explore the intersection of strategy and soul and learn how to rise to visibility with authenticity and impact. Let's dive in. I'm so happy you're here, Nina.
Hi, Joanna. Thank you so much for having me on your show. And hello, everybody. It's so nice to be here.
Thank you. You know, I read your book and it was so inspirational to see how you're really taking women from, a hiding place to really bring them out to the world. But I loved for you to share your story. How did you get here? Because I'm sure one time in your life you were hiding as well.
Yeah, I was hiding a lot. So I have been working in marketing for more than 18 years. And 7 years ago, I became very, very sick. And when traditional medicine couldn't really help me, I was in such a desperate state. I would do anything to get my health back. And I reached out to an energy healer. And in just 2 sessions, I became pain-free. And that changed my whole life. Like I said, oh my God, I want to know what you know. I want to be able to help myself anytime I need it. So I started learning about energy healing and started learning about amazing opportunities in this world. And all of a sudden, my whole life shifted because I got my health back. I was able to work again, to walk again, and everything changed around me. And when people saw my transformation, they started asking me if I can help them with that. And all of a sudden, I was an energy healer. And even without realizing, I was booked weeks in advance. And and there was a point in my life and I said, oh, this is not a hobby anymore. This is a business. So this is how I started my business. And at the same time, that was a big career shift for me. Of course, I was like terrified what people are going to say about me, what my past clients are going to say about me, because they were big names and I had them all on LinkedIn. And of course, I was terrified. It took me 1 year to post on social media that I'm a healer now. And oh my God, I received so many beautiful comments. And 7 days after I posted on social media that I have a healing business, I received the card from my master thesis mentor. She was one of my first bosses. She was also dean at university. She sent me a card and she wrote in the card, "It looks like you found your calling. What can you wish for more?" And I cried like a little baby.
I can imagine, yes.
Because I realized the only person standing in my way was me. I was hiding. Yeah. I was like pretending that, oh my God, what world is going to say about me? But I received positive reactions. And while I was doing my healing business, I helped other healers build their businesses too. And all of a sudden, my marketing skills became my super healing powers. And this is what we do now. I help healers reach more people, heal more people. So together we can bring peace and healing to the world.
Absolutely. And I resonate with everything you say because I had to do a shift my own with my career, right? I was in corporate America, then I went into teaching, and then I went into life coaching, and which is all part, and energy healing came into my life as well. So I totally resonate how when you do step into your calling, it's not a job, right? It's work that you love to do. And what do they say? When you love what you're doing, it's never work, right? Um, so you went from corporate marketing into doing something that you love. What inner transformation, had to happen within you to step into your purpose?
First, I needed to address my own fears. I just want to say I never stopped really working for these companies, field companies, because I still have the agency with my husband that we are doing.
Yes.
But just to be open to do other things like energy
Yeah.
healing and be open to do healing, marketing for healers, I really needed to look inside of me, what is out of alignment and what kind of fear I have and what kind of pain I'm trying to prevent with this fear, because fear tries to protect you somehow. And I realized the biggest lie I was telling myself, oh my God, what if people judge me? And the second thing, I will not have time for my daughter. And that was really not true, because now I organize my whole business to serve my family, and the whole life is all around like family and then business. And I think so many mothers are stopping themselves from pursuing their dreams because we think, oh my God, I'm letting my kids down. But that's really not true, because we are showing them what's possible for them. We become an inspiration for them. And that's
Abs-
beautiful to watch.
Absolutely. And it's, just when you're aligned with your true purpose, you are able to manage things and, become your own boss, basically, right? Because you know what you're doing, you know how you're helping people, and you can reorganize your life in such a way where family do come first. I think, thinking back my old days, it was very hard to juggle. So my family came last. I never put my family first. And I can honestly say that that was the biggest mistake of my life, right? Because I put more work, effort into joy than into my own life. So I love the fact that, you realigned yourself to really make family a priority and also help people and serve from your heart. So, I read your book. I love your book, Healing Millions. I mean, the mission is the same. We can do it in so many different ways, but, what you put out there and how you help other healers scale their business is really understanding like the end goal is to heal the world, right? But this is just the method that resonates with you and aligns with you. So in chapter 3, which you mentioned a little bit now, you said about fear and belief. You talked about a success mindset, right? And I myself studied the power of the mind, with my, all the mentors that came into my life. Tell me, how do you help women, that you serve to shift their mindset where, fear is faith become more powerful than fear, and then they start believing in what they're doing so they can help their clients.
So first, what I really want to say, like when person comes to me, of course we all have our fears and doubts, and it's completely normal that everybody has them, because we are going through this life, and it's not always easy. Of course, we have challenges,
Of
but
course.
the most important thing is really to realize what is really holding you back. What kind of fears you have? Is it fear of
Mhm.
success, fear of visibility, fear of judgment? What kind of fear you have? And really explore and dig deeper inside of that. Is this really fear, or is it something else here? Is it pain that you're trying to avoid? I always say like fear is connected to pain. Try to find the pain that you're trying to avoid. And then I use energy healing, because this is my specialty. I use energy healing to really help them release that. And very often people have fears, and they are not even their own fears. These are fears that are passed down generationally. And you need to understand those fears as well, because very often people behave in a certain way. They don't even know why. And
Yes.
then you really need to explore. There's also a lot of things we imprinted from our family members, from society around us. And this is what we really, I always encourage people to start journaling, to start seeing what is really stopping you, what is really preventing. That's the first step, become aware.
I love that. Yes, be aware of it, of course.
And when you become aware, it's easier for you to find solution when you know what the problem is. And
Absolutely.
yeah, you can use any method that works for you, but I love using energy healing because for me, that works very fast. It goes beyond subconscious level, heals on much deeper level. And sometimes even though you don't remember your trauma, your problems you had in your life, but your body knows. And
That's right. That's right.
with energy healing, you can really assess it. Where's the pain in the body? Where is it connected to? Like, is there any like life event, or is this like something happened to you? Sometimes you don't have to really understand every single detail. You just need to be ready to release it. That's the most important thing. Like, I can do whatever I can, but person needs to be willing to release it and be willing to change. And I always
I
say,
love
like,
it.
to people, like, I can give you the best tools in the world, the best marketing strategies, but if you're not using them, they're worthless. And the same
Right.
is with the mindset. Like, you can use whatever tool you can have so many tools in your life, but you need to use them to really shift everything. And I always say success is 80% of mindset. And because if you believe you deserve it, you will go for it.
I love that. I love that. So let's take a short commercial break and then we're going to come back and talk about believing, right? Believing, because it is what we believe is what we take action on. What we don't believe, we don't take any action. So we'll be right back, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. So, Nina, let's talk about believing, because I do know that when our belief is strong, it's easy to make this shift. And so, believing is like the first step in actually taking that, making that change. Is you have to believe you deserve it. You have to believe it. You have to see it, right? Because it's whatever we believe, whatever we can conceive, believe, we're going to manifest, right? So how do you help women to really change their beliefs? Because there are many negative beliefs that we carry, like you said, from the past, from child, when we were young, and from society. How do we shift that?
The first thing which I really love to tell people, like, start becoming aware of the things that are stopping in your life and start really writing it down. I love using energy healing, but then next thing is really start taking action. Nothing really
Yes,
changes if you just stay in the same position. You really need to take action. And this is also something that in business, people spend a lot of time watching videos, like consuming courses, but they are not really doing it. And this is the moment when I say, hey, you need to start implementing it, because people don't need information. People need transformation. They need the
right.
implementation as well. And this is how I help them. It's really holding their hands as they use the tools,
So it's
because
practicing, right? I mean, to change your beliefs, you need to create new habit. And to create the new habit is actually doing the work to
yes.
build a new habit. I love that. I love that. And for your other chapter that I really, really loved was chapter 8. And chapter 8 talked about the uniqueness, that is your secret sauce, like your secret, for success. Everyone is unique and brings their gifts to the world. How does someone find their uniqueness? Because, it's not easy to find until we get into this work, right?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. I think so many people say like, "There's nothing special about me." No, I'm not.
Absolutely.
I'm just a normal woman. There's nothing really special about me,
Yeah.
because very often we are so close to our like skills and talents that they're just everyday life for us. Like we use them in
Yes.
every single situation, and sometimes we forget that skills that we you have and use are the skills that somebody doesn't have, and people are like have other
Yes.
skills which are complementary skills to ours. And I think it's a beautiful mix of really understanding what people are coming to you to ask you for advice, what you do so naturally that really you don't even think twice. You're doing that with such ease, and it works so well every time when you do it. Like sometimes maybe it's giving advice to your friend, maybe you're a good listener, maybe you can memorize things easily, maybe you can do something like on computer that somebody else doesn't know how to do it. Like there's so many skills, and people are so close to their skills that they think I'm not really special. But yes, you
Yeah.
are. Every single person is special. Every single like skills, every single person has a unique skills, and like this is what makes you so special. And your skills are so beautiful, and they're given to you for a specific reason, because your skills are here to share with the world. It's not really meant to be just yours.
Right. And it's funny how you say we overlook the most simplest things, but those are our strengths to share with the world, whether it is, loving to cook or whether it's, writing a book or whatever it may be, you can help someone else do the same. And that's what we're here to share. So I love that. Um, Tell us how you take a person who doesn't know what their unique skills are to finding their gifts to help them launch a business.
So I've worked with specific target audience. These are healers, coaches, and they usually know what their skills are. But if they don't know,
Okay.
I always remember them just to write down things that you do with ease. And all of a
Mm,
sudden, so many people become aware, oh my God, I have so many things that I love to do, and they come to me with such ease. And every time when I do it, I feel so happy. This is the first step. And then I really want to ask people like, what do you want to do in your life? And what would make you happy? Because I can help you with everything, but I just want to
mm,
know what would make you happy, because we need to go
yeah.
in that direction. It's not important what I think, it's not important what people on the street think. It's important what you want and how you want your business to be or life. Because very often I meet people who never ask them these questions.
Right. Right.
And if you don't know where you want to go, any road will take you there. And very often I have situation people just like say, I don't like this business anymore, because they never ask themselves what they really want. They created the business and life according to someone else's standards and dreams and not to their own. And that's why I
That's
always
right.
tell, okay, what do you want? What would make you happy?
Yeah, and it's funny you bring on a good point because most, and this is my life before. I went into so many different areas and I wasn't going after what I thought I enjoyed. I was going after what I thought I had to do as a mom, as a wife to help the family. And then, you get this big wake up call like, no, wait a minute. I can do what I love and be successful at it, right? And so, and even making that switch to say that and to recognize that is essential for us to really rise to what we're meant to do here. Like, I think a lot of pain and suffering comes from the fact that we're not doing what we love. We're doing what we're told to do. But when we do discover our strengths and what it is we love, and we share that with the world, it's so easy to manage life. It's a lot easier. I'm going to say managing life is hard in its own, but it gets easier when you're doing something that you do love. I
Yes.
love that. So you have a lot of steps. Your book is in depth, really helping anyone, even if they have no idea what to do, to really like the strategies that you put in there apply to many different businesses, not just energy healers. So share with us, like maybe the first step for someone who feels called to serve, but they struggle with visibility. They struggle with, what first step do I take and begin their relationship with being seen and being heard?
Yes, first of all, we've already mentioned that to explore your fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs that are holding you really back. That's the first step. And also get clear what you really want, what kind of business you want, how you want your business to be in 2, 3, and 5 years from now. And with whom you would like to work is because we cannot serve everybody. We can only serve people who are willing to work with us and who are ready to work with us. Otherwise, you really cannot help everybody. And you really need to know who is the person you want to work with and who makes you happy to work with. That's the number one. Also, get clear how you want to serve them. How you're going to do this is in the coaching industry is how you want to do it. Do you want to do it one-on-one or in group setting, have membership? Just you need to be clear how you want your business to be structured. And then you also need to be clear on your goals. And I would love setting intentions and taking aligned actions. And I know so many people get confused. It's so easy to get confused nowadays, to be pulled in 1,000 directions.
Right. Of course.
I still have this issue because I have to put myself back on the track of, and the thing is, you need to have your big vision in front of you every single day, because if you don't have it, it's so easy to go in other direction. And before I take any projects, I always ask myself, does it bring me closer to my goal? Okay. If yes, this is the right path for me. If it doesn't, okay, this needs to wait a little bit. I can do it maybe in 5 years or in 2 years. But right now, this is my main focus and I should do this.
Beautiful, beautiful. And it may mean getting a coach, a mentor to kind of help you figure this out as well. Because if you're not on path and you're not on purpose, then you'll switch again and you'll start all over. And it's not because it doesn't work because you're not doing the work. It's because you're not aligned with your true joy, right? It's being aligned and feeling good about what you do. I love that. And so we're going to take it to a landing. Tell us how people can get in touch with you and, how you really can help them move forward.
So you can find me on my website, ninamaglic.com. I'm also on YouTube, Nina Maglic. You can find me there. My new book also you can find my new book. I
love it.
Radiance. It's coming out soon. This is really the first step. Just read the book. You will love it. And I gave a lot of tools, a lot of spreadsheets, checklists, everything what you need to implement things, what I'm teaching inside the book. And I'm here for you. And I'm happy to help you build business that makes your soul smile and reach more people, help more people. So together we can bring peace and healing to the world.
So beautiful. Thank you, Nina, for joining me and for joining us and sharing your wisdom. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Until next time, I'm your host, Giovanna Tarderone, and this is Why Women Rise. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining me on Why Women Rise. I hope you leave today a little more inspired, a little more empowered, and reminded of the unstoppable force you are. Remember, your story matters, your voice matters, and your rise is just beginning. Until next time, stay rooted in your purpose, bold in your truth, and always rising. I'm your host, Giovanna Tarderone, and this is Why Women Rise. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider subscribing, sharing, and leaving a review. Your feedback is incredibly valuable to me, and it helps me to continue producing content that will help us to be stronger together and rise. Ready to become a guest or sponsor of our show? Head over to whywomenrise.com to apply for details. You can find us on various platforms, including Google Play Store, Apple App Store, YouTube, Facebook, Roku, Android TV, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to having you join me again next week on Why Women